Alright, so this is my first video. Back at it again in the car. So what I'm going to be talking about today is Arizona Regionals. I know I'm a couple of days late, but I just wanted to let everything, simmer and cool down before I actually started to really discuss what had went on. And you have to excuse me that my window is a little cracked if you can't see that up there. So just excuse that on this beautiful Wednesday before this hurricane comes to Florida. Pray for us that everything goes well and it's not a terrible experience. All right, so as far as Arizona Regionals goes, I didn't go, of course, but I was paying attention to the stream, following along with everything that happens on Burbank, even though Burbank does not appear on my main feed. I tiptoe into Burbank every now and again just to get my news, to get my updates. So, Arizona Regionals, was it or was it not a hot mess? That is the question. So there was a lot of discussion about this across Burbank, even on the stream, about everything that went down at Arizona Regional. So I'm going to start with the first thing that a lot of people felt uneasy about and a lot of people did not like. And that first thing was that when you went to pre-register for Arizona Regionals, you were supposed to print out some type of form or sheet, confirmation, whatever the case may be. You were supposed to print something out. And if you did not print that something out, they were charging you $5 at the time of registration for them to print it out for you. So let's just go over this. First of all, everybody does not have a printer readily available for them. Second of all, most people do these pre-registrations on their phones. They don't even use a computer to do these pre-registrations. Third of all, why does it cost $5 to print out a sheet of paper? Like, I understand, let's take this into consideration. Paper is not that expensive, first of all. A printer might cost you can get a decent printer for what, $50, even $100. So at that point, you've made your money back for the cost of the printer and for the paper, doubled over by charging everybody $5 a head just to print these things out. So were they getting over in that situation? Definitely. Even when we go to nationals, they don't require us to print out our registration beforehand. So in that case, I do feel as though they were getting over on the players, and I think that was bad on the light of, bad on their part for them to do that, because girl, like, $5 to print out this pre-registration, and then you blame the players because they were warned ahead of time. I think that's ridiculous. Like, we already spend enough money as it is traveling on hotels, and the amount of money we've had to spend playing Pokemon has creeped and creeped and creeped. Yes, they are giving out bigger payouts, which I'll talk about that at a different day, about how much money they're giving out versus how much money they're bringing in. I'll talk about that at a different date. But yes, they're giving out more money, but it seems like a cash grab. And like, where was this money going? Like, this $5 that you charged everybody ahead for, like, was this going into more prize support? Was this going into running the event better? Because quite frankly, your event didn't get good reviews. So where was this $5 going that people had to pay? All right, so that's one thing. So in addition to that, they said that, the tables were not there, like they didn't have enough tables to accommodate all the players. Hold on 1 minute. I gotta pay these people. Hi. He was cute. Okay, Carlos. All right, so in addition to that, they said they didn't have enough tables to pay everyone. Excuse me, I said pay. For everybody to play. They said the event was lagging. People were complaining about the stream, and that was another thing. And a post was made about Arizona Regionals on behalf of the judges, and explaining everything. They did explain the $5, why players were charged $5, and that's where I got a lot of this information from. But I'm still not with them on that. And they also talked about the stream too, and they were saying that the judges are not responsible, or the tournament organizers are not responsible for the quality of the stream. That's up to the streamer. Now, I know the person who streamed the event. I have commentated on his stream before, and I will say that, yes, okay, I understand that argument that, the streamer is responsible for their own content, but at the same time, you have to realize that in order to in order for people to feel like you had a good event, you should have a stream going. Like, that is like expected. It is the standard now. And you know, if your streamer didn't have internet, like that $5 that you charged everybody could have went to helping that stream, you know, be better, because it's a reflection of your event. Because when people look back on it, they're gonna say, you know, what were the things about Arizona Regionals? And yes, the streamer might be a third party, but at the same time, you want that party to be the best of their ability, because even though you're not directly affiliated, it's still a reflection on your event. And so I feel as though, you know, they should have tried to make the accommodations for the stream a bit better. Not only that, I was watching the VGC, the video game stream as well, because I do enjoy the video game, and their stream was really nice. So, you know, maybe set something up where, you know, the two things can work together, you know, or come together to make it a bit better or a bit enjoyable for the TCG players, because the VGC, you know, they had it down. So that's what I'll say about the stream. Other than that, you know, outside of the lagging, I did enjoy the stream. I did enjoy the commentary that was going on there. Now, another thing that happened is that the lights went out. Girl, in the middle of a match with confirmed cheaters in the building. No, I'm just joking. Or am I? But anyways, the lights went out and they told everybody to put their hands up and take it away from and put it away from their deck. Like, that's just icing on top of the cake. I understand that they were not responsible for those lights going out, but it happened. And when people look back on the event, they're going to think to themselves, the lights went out at Arizona Regional. And I could just imagine, like, sitting there playing a match and you telling me to put my hands up because the lights went out. Like, I would have been over it. So yeah, that happened as well. So was Arizona Regionals a hot mess? More or less, yes. Was it completely the organizers' fault? I wouldn't say it was completely their fault, but it was about 50% their fault. There were certain things that they could have put into place to make the event better. The lights going out was not their fault. Now, being ill-prepared by not having enough people, charging everybody $5 for this registration number, that was a part of their fault. Was the stream fully their fault? No, but they could have made it so the stream was a bit better, because again, it was a reflection of their event. And if I'm running an event, you know, I want to make sure I have all my ducks in order, that everything is running smoothly, everything is in place, even the streaming services, you know, everything is going on. I want to make sure that everything is top tier. Like, if you knew that you didn't want to support the stream in any way, and you were just leaving them to their own devices, then maybe you should have just not even had a stream at all. Or, you know, that's how I feel. Like, the streamer is not getting paid to do these things. This is all coming out of his pocket. No, we're not working for Pokemon. I'm sure all of us want to work for Pokemon. Everybody would love to commentate. We would love to have an official stream at every event, but we don't. And I still feel as though, you know, while they're not fully responsible, you know, you could have helped the streamer out in some type of way, possibly, because again, that is a reflection on your own event. Alright, so that's my take on Arizona Regionals. I don't think everybody should be blaming the tournament organizers for everything, but we're not going to sit here and I'm not going to sit here and say that, you know, a lot of things were not their fault. So was it a hot mess? That's for you to decide. In my opinion, it was a mess. Maybe not a hot mess. It was sort of a mess. People are saying that it was, you know, it was Virginia level bad. And if it's Virginia level bad, that's pretty bad. Alright, so that was just my take on this. I wanted to keep it under 10 minutes. I'll see you guys later. Subscribe for more content.